If you've never heard of this franchise, I'll let you off. According to our trusty friend Wikipedia, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was a series of parody films that mocked cinema stalwarts like The Birds and Jaws. They were, intentionally or not, really flippin' dumb and about as successful as a low-budget parody movie usually is, leading to scathing reviews calling the original film a one-joke spoof and remarking on the toothlessness of its satire. I don't know if the website Rotten Tomatoes was named for this, but it wouldn't surprise me. Keep that word in mind when you play this game, parody, because what we have here is a parody of a video game, a virtually unplayable train wreck of a thing that, like a terrible parody movie, audiences surely must only have played ironically. First off, the controls are god-awful. Cardinal sin number 1, the jump and attack buttons are the wrong way round. Call me a stick in the mud or whatever, but that's an immediate points deduction. Second, the start button is not pause, it fires a sub-weapon. No need to do that. Stupid design choice. The start and select buttons aren't situated in a way that they can be used quickly. Have attack plus up or something. Stick to what works. I didn't even realise the swords I was collecting was a sub-weapon until I tried to pause the game and ended up throwing a sword into a tree. That's another thing. That's not how they work. You don't throw swords unless you're Legolas, and even then only in a pinch. This guy finds all these swords lying about the place, and instead of thinking, oh, I could use these to kill all these annoying little monsters that are walking around, no, he prefers to throw them away and carry on kicking the blighters. One dumb mechanic amongst many. Speaking of awkward button layouts, even worse is that select is used to ride a skateboard. Invariably, you press select with your left thumb because that's where it is, but then how are you supposed to actually control your skateboard? You're walking about the countryside, city, pizza parlors, amongst other locales trying to find an exit. The settings seem entirely random to me, but I'm not watching the film to see if they correlate. I'm just not. Birds rising up to take over the world, I can just about tolerate. I draw the line at mutated fruit. There are all these standard platform tropes, crumbling floors, pitfalls, points to collect, that sort of thing. The titular tomatoes are all over the place, popping out of holes or falling from the sky, causing them to split into 2 smaller tomatoes. These you can collect for extra lives every 100. There are medallions and birthday presents scattered around as well, but I don't know what these do. The graphics and sound are remarkable only in that there is literally nothing to say about them. They do the job, nothing is hard to identify, and nothing is offensive to the ears, otherwise you're standard fare, adequate if nothing special. You won't even notice them anyway behind all the nonsense that the game itself presents you with. I'm trying to think if there's any aspect of the gameplay that isn't bonkers. So many mechanics leave you wondering how and why the developers arrived at that choice. It's not even a throw everything at the wall and see what sticks mentality. It's more of a, well, history shows us that this way works, so let's do the opposite. And okay, if the intention was indeed to create a parody of a game, that's kinda strange, especially on a console designed largely for a younger audience who certainly wouldn't get the joke. But if so, where's the fourth wall breaking comedy you'd find in other parodies like Scary Movie, Austin Powers, or Spaceballs? If there's any horror comedy in this game, you're really gonna have to dig to find it. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes isn't even ironically entertaining.